Welcome back to the Neurochange Pathway podcast. Hi, my name's Bruce, and I am glad to be here with you today. I want to talk about something that sounds simple, quietly transforms almost everything in our lives. What begins to happen when we start accepting ourselves, being patient and kind to ourselves, extending grace, and then letting a safe friend see the parts we usually hide. Think about how you usually talk to yourself when you drop the ball, say the wrong thing, or feel like you should be further along by now. Many of us, the inner voice is harsh, sarcastic, and quietly disappointed. What's wrong with you? You say to yourself, here you go again. Other people seem to handle it just fine. What about me? This is awful. When that's the soundtrack, our nervous system lives on high alert. We brace for criticism from others and from ourselves. We hustle to prove we're okay, all while feeling like we're one mistake away from being exposed. Brené Brown wrote, "You either walk inside your story and own it, or you stand outside and hustle for your worthiness." That hits close to my heart. Now imagine in those same moments another voice shows up saying, "Of course you're struggling. This is hard. You're human. You're learning. You don't have to nail this to be worthy of love." At first, that kind of self-acceptance can even feel fake. And sometimes it could be dangerous. Some of us worry that if we're kind to ourselves, we'll get lazy, irresponsible, and self-indulgent. But something very different actually happens. When we begin to accept ourselves, we stop fighting reality. We stop pretending we're someone we're not. Acceptance doesn't mean we approve of everything we do. I'll say that again. Acceptance does not mean we approve of everything we do. It means we're honest about what's really there without immediately punishing ourselves for it. Inside, our body gets a new experience. Our shoulders drop a little and relax. Our breathing slows. Our brain gets the message, I'm not under attack right now. That shift out of attack and into safety is what makes real growth possible. Next comes being patient and kind to ourselves. Patience says, changes take time. I don't have to fix it all of this today. While kindness says, I will talk to myself the way I would talk to someone I truly care about. When we practice this, even clumsily, our inner world softens. We become less afraid of seeing our own limits because we know we won't be shamed for them. Slowly, the grip of perfectionism loosens. We take more healthy risks. We try new things, not because we're sure we'll succeed, but because failure no longer feels like a death sentence. Then there's extending grace to ourselves. Grace is more than cutting ourselves some slack. It's the deep conviction my worth is not on the line in every performance. I am more than my best day, and I am more than my worst day. When grace begins to sink in, our relationship with mistakes changes, and we begin to see mistakes are just data, not a verdict. Struggles are invitations, not evidence that we're broken beyond repair. That doesn't make us less responsible. In fact, grace makes it safer to take responsibility because we can admit the truth without drowning in shame. And then there is the step many of us fear the most, sharing our shortcomings and deficits with a safe friend. This is where the change that started inside us gets amplified. When we risk saying to someone we trust, Here's where I feel small. Here's where I feel not enough. Here's what I'm ashamed of. We hold our breath, waiting for rejection. But when that friend stays, when they look us in the eye with warmth, and they don't rush to fix us or judge us, and when they say, "I'm so glad you told me, I'm not going anywhere," our nervous system gets a brand new experience. The old script said, people really knew me, they'd pull away. But the new experience says someone knows more of the real me, and they're still here. That is called a corrective relational experience, a new emotional reality that begins to rewrite the old story. Shame, which grows in secrecy and silence, starts to lose its power in the presence of a safe connection. We discover we're not alone, not beyond help, and not the only one who struggles in these ways. Here's the beautiful ripple effect. As we accept ourselves, we become less defensive with others. As we're patient with ourselves, we grow more patient with the process. As we extend grace inward, we carry more grace into every relationship. And as we experience being known and loved by a safe friend, we become safer people to others. You don't have to master this all at once. Maybe today your step is simple. Notice one moment of harsh self-talk, pause, and try one sentence of kindness instead. There's something I've been hiding that I'd like to share if you're open. Little by little, these choices reshape the pathways of our heart and brain. You're not a project to be fixed. You are a person to be met with acceptance, patience, kindness, and grace, first from within and then in the presence of someone safe. Thanks for listening today. If this resonated with you, take a moment after this episode and ask, what is one small, concrete way I can be kinder to myself and a little more open with someone I trust this week? It is really worth it to find when we can have connections with safe friends, and I encourage you this week to give it a try. Thanks for listening. Have a great week.